Hey guys, Mikey the 732 of your crew back today with another episode of season 14 of King of the Hill. This one's number 3, the third episode. Recently on King of the Hill, Hill family, Hank and Peggy, decided to move back to Ireland from Saudi Arabia. And Bobby is a pretty successful chef out here, it seems like. Father and son had a little bit of a competition going on. And then, we're still adapting to life in America 2020s for the Hank family. Especially because where they came from seemed like it was pretty much, white picket fence emulation. Well, let's find out. I'm very excited for this episode. Thank you for joining me. I'm starting this one in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite intros of a TV show.
Hi, Mom.
How is my little restaurateur?
I'm good, Mom. Can't wait to see you guys. Hope you bring your appetite.
Oh,
We
Serving
did.
Dead.
Anybody else want some colloidal silver to protect us from the Dallas 5G, which is full of carcinogens?
As he smokes a cigarette.
So would it be okay if they joined us for dinner?
Colloidal silver.
Figure I'd get there early to test that Type 2 propane tank to make sure it's pumping out all 46,000 BTUs.
Great. No problem. Safety first, but I got it handled, Dad. You should just enjoy the food.
Oh,
What I will enjoy is making sure your propane system is exactly as I
they don't use
described.
propane and
That's
use
all the enjoyment I need.
hot stone, charcoal.
And I hadn't told my dad that I use Japanese Binchiton coals to cook instead of propane. My dad loves 4 things in life: America, my mom, me, and propane.
Not in that order.
And when I was a kid, depending on the week, propane would be above me on the list. I stage a robbery and tell him the thieves only took the propane. My dad
Yeah,
might
he would actually believe that.
So let's take a look at that propane
He's so
setup.
excited.
Dad,
Charcoal? Oh, I get it. This is just for show.
I use charcoal to cook, not propane.
Here we go.
What? But we went over the different systems for hours over the phone. Those were some of the best times we ever spent together. Were all those uh-huhs you said after every point I made just lies?
Yeah.
No,
Are you sure you're not just following a trend because it's cool and foreign?
and this is the best and only way to cook robata.
Well, I guess every meal I've ever fed you, I did it wrong then.
Dad, that's not what I'm saying.
You don't have to. I get it.
Oh, he's actually mad.
We'll come back after the museum. Why can't he make a restaurant where he cooks on a propane backyard grill just like
He
everybody
opens
else?
the door
in
for everyone.
Texas?
Okay.
That boy ain't right.
He is his own man.
All right then. That man ain't right.
We're running low on bicho time.
But how can that be? We're Hitachi's only customer.
Probably why he went out of business.
How may I help you?
Sir, my name is Bobby Hill. I'm the head chef at Robata Chain, and I'm here with my sous chef, Emilio.
Yo,
I was thinking, can we start with a weekly order of...
No. Are you Japanese?
No.
Then I stand by my earlier no.
Oh. Wow.
What the hell just happened?
Was that the actual baseball thrown by President Bush before Game 3 of the 2001 World Series, providing hope to a grieving nation?
Yes, you are making my job easy.
Here's a man who respects history. This is just what I needed, Peggy.
Can't you guys handle this on your own? It's our business school Greek freak party.
We tried, but the supplier won't sell us the charcoal because we're not Japanese.
Well, I'm not Japanese.
But you are the majority owner of Robata Chain.
Let me handle this.
I am the owner.
But we spoke to a Mr. Yoshida on the phone.
That is me.
Dude, don't be a dick. Go get the owner. He's probably a little guy, black hair.
Get out of my shop.
I think this is Mr. Yoshida.
but you're black.
I was adopted by a baby Makoto and a Mata Junko and raised in Japan. I'm Japanese. You think coming here with some token Japanese guy is going to make me sell out?
I'm Laotian.
Even worse, you think Asians can't steal culture from other Asians?
I'll have to close my restaurant if I don't get more.
Good. You should have thought of that before you weren't Japanese.
What?
Now I know this guy's Japanese because he's stubborn as hell. He could start a Binchotan business and drive you out of the state.
Oh yeah? Well, then I'll just sue you for racial discrimination against black small businesses.
You can't play two race cards.
Híjole, the cojones on this guy.
Man,
That's
If there was
crazy.
a Laotian martial art, I use it to kick your ass.
There is a Laotian martial art. It's called Muay Lao.
Don't tell me about my culture. It's called suck.
That one terrible. Wow.
Lies! The Great Cedar Ranch scam was a false flag to distract the dummies from the real invasion by the MS-13 in the secret tunnels from Acapulco to the Denver airport.
This is why I didn't want Dale to come.
Well, Hank, I could not just ask Nancy.
I disagree. I'm sorry for my friend.
We get at least one a day.
I heard on Newsmax that Chief Justice William Rehnquist was actually a Russian double agent.
He was working for the Vatican. You can read all about it in my Substack.
Ooh, I want to subscribe.
Hank, I am a trusted source now. A sober gray beard. The voice of common sense. People are waking up to the truth. Do you want to hear the boring facts about Laura Bush's inaugural gown?
Yes, please.
Or about George Bush's secret twin brother, Jub, who took his place after the pretzel choking incident?
Jump!
Wait,
You use a wood fire oven. Is there any chance you know a good charcoal supplier?
Let's say we do. If we give you that information, what will be in it for us?
Maybe we could find a way to exchange leases?
Exchange leases.
We could use the extra space for a bigger wood fire oven, and we'd find you a nice spot in a part of town that's more desirable for your kind of cuisine. A safer part of town.
Oh, are you leaning on me? You know, making me an offer I can't refuse.
Madonna mia!
Do I look like Tony Soprano to you?
No, I was just joking.
That show is why I canceled my HBO.
You know, Yoshida warned us about you. We could put that up all over the street. It's a proposition you can't say no to.
Come on, that's the same as an offer I can't refuse.
Oh, again with this guy.
I mean, I'm the only white dude on my road crew. As a white dude, one of my biggest problems.
Speedy Gonzalez racist. He's a hero. He fought the good fight against American imperialism. You know, the cat.
Would you like to be the president?
I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and
A
will...
simple yes would have sufficed.
And I'll be the head of the shadowy Trilateral Commission, David Rockefeller. And you'll be the Queen of England. We all know that the president's just a puppet and that the Queen and Lyndon LaRouche pulled all the strings.
Can I be Epstein?
From Welcome Back, Cotter? No. Why?
Can I be Obama's Kenyan handler?
Obama was born in Hawaii. That's reason enough not to vote for him without making stuff up.
Mr. Wasana-song, what a pleasant surprise.
Bobby, I'd like to have a word with you in your office. Now, propane is cheap, Bobby. If you lose money, Shane might give up on business school and go back to being a DJ. So it's propane.
What? No. The food won't have the traditional Japanese authenticity we are going for here.
There's some ethnic association that needs to speak to you.
Again? Ted, I might need your help on this.
Bobby, I'm a silent partner.
For a silent partner, you sure yell at me a lot.
We'd like to talk to you about your menu.
But you're white.
Oh, yes.
German, to be precise.
Scheisse.
God, this is such a frustrating episode.
Well, I think there's some German, but it's mostly Scottish-Irish descent.
How much German? Obviously, it'd be best if you were racially pure.
Really? You're going there?
Are you any relation to Cotton Hill?
I'm his grandson.
He machine gunned my grandfather.
Oh, he's a Nazi.
So he was one of the 50 men?
Nobody turns their back on the Queen.
What the...
History does repeat itself.
Who's taking over?
Well, I'm the Queen of England.
We're not Britain.
I vote for Joe.
I vote for Epstein.
I'll have you all beheaded.
If I just used propane and stopped trying to be authentic, this would all go away.
Do you think your food would be better if you used propane? I worked in a lot of restaurants. An Italian food place that a Chinese guy owned, a Persian restaurant that an Irish woman owned, and a Denny's.
All of them had Latinos in the kitchen, and all of them went under because they didn't do their homework and were trying too hard to please everyone else. You're a great chef, Bobby, and I ought to know. I worked with a lot of crappy ones before.
Yeah, Emilio.
Let's close down the restaurant early so I can use this last box of charcoal for the only meal that matters now.
Our last supper?
Could be if we drop the ball. There's been a lot of talk about this restaurant and the food I serve here. Fair enough. But what isn't fair is that many of you haven't tasted it yet. This is not authentic Japanese or German food. It's authentic Bobby food. It's important that I'm authentic to myself.
Well, this is so different.
The binchotankos really bring out the complexities of the two different foods. This really shouldn't work, but it does.
Wunderbar. We should serve this at Oktoberfest.
Well, maybe we can make that happen.
For the right price, of course. Business.
What am I eating, Bobby?
My own special creation. Yuzu verse stuffed with rice and pickled daikon.
Bobby, recent events have made me understand why you value historical accuracy and authenticity. And, well, the consensus here is that everyone loves the food. And that includes me. And if my research is correct, propane wasn't available in the 17th century, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'd like to make a toast to the chef. To Bobby Hill.
Okay, who's ready for sauerkraut ice cream?
No. God, these episodes go so fast. So, like, obviously we had either a new or a more comfortable voice actor for Dale in this episode. I felt like the newer one, but it also had some moments where I could have confused him for the older one. That was pretty good. The episode was very wonderful, though, because we obviously have Hank being so in charge of propane, being open to new things, charcoal. He would have politely yet firmly asked somebody to leave if they asked for a well-cooked steak or burger. Somebody used propane, he'd love it. If they used charcoal, he'd hate it. But here he eats charcoal food. And we see that to him, he understands where Bobby's coming from because he's trying to do something the way it should be done, historically, accurately. And just like, Bobby was trying to cook the food, Hank realized what happens when people start to throw their opinions and interjections that are not knowledgeable into things. And that's where he understands that he cannot do that. The whole, bringing Chain to the guy being like, he's bringing a fake token Japanese guy. He's like, I'm in Laotian. If I knew Laotian karate, if there was any, I'd kick your butt. He's like, there is. He's like, oh, damn. I love that. A black guy being raised Japanese like that, too, is one of my favorite things. An anime I watched that has a black Japanese Russian guy, and amazing. I love it. So that was a great kind of almost felt like similarity there. This entire episode was great. I love you get to see, Head Wasana-san make an appearance, and as a silent partner, Bobby is pretty confident talking back to him. Pretty cool. And a little bit of Chain's background where he was a DJ before going to school for business. Pretty good. The cultural appropriation was hilarious too, because a lot of things in the show never really worried about that. And then finally we have German and Japanese kind of being like, you're appropriating my culture. However, the first set of Japanese guy is actually more, just adopted. Doesn't mean he's not part of the culture. It's just adopted. Second is a German guy whose father was a Nazi, or at least part of the German army, if not a Nazi. He was one of the 50 men, which gives us confirmation that, we knew, but we get more confirmation that he was never lying, Cotton. That's a little callback. And then we also have Joseph being completely in the dark by him saying, as a white guy on my crew. And Emilio was like, excuse me? He's like, that was a fun moment. I'm enjoying this really a lot. It does have that classic feel. There are some moments that, feel a little bit but it felt like this whole episode was contained pretty much on just the restaurant and the museum. I don't think we've had something like that because, it was a really short time frame, probably like 3-4 hours. All this happened, and it felt like a lot they pushed into it, and it was pretty good. I also love Bobby not, settling with his convictions and being like, no, we need to use this because otherwise it won't taste good. And Emilio is such a good sous chef. He's like, I work with bad chefs, and you're a good chef. What do you think? Great episode. We see a little bit more too of like how Hank is. He's willing to accept things, but still a little bit more old fashioned. He opened the door for everybody in the car, the truck. Then again, he was also willing to try things. I really want to know where this is going to be going to, because it's just very good in terms of feel. I feel like I haven't missed a step with this show. Peggy's still annoying, talking about Bobby, and also being like, "Oh no, you'd have 2 hot wives," and then Hank's like, "Yeah, sure." Great. Dale being crazy and giving the theories out is great, especially because nowadays, especially compared to back then, we have a lot more theories available on the internet and fake videos and people arguing about things. So it's easy to be swayed and pick up topics, which is what they did. Like that one guy, crazily topical, being like, "Epstein, I want to be Epstein." It's like, why do you want to be Epstein, sir? What's that about? Yeah, I had fun. I can't wait to see what's going to happening. I would say right now I'd rate this show like a 4 out of 5, because 5 out of 5 is perfect and the show has something to work for. But no, it's really been a lot of fun so far, and I'm curious to see where it's going. Obviously, we're gonna have to catch up with Connie sometime soon, and maybe figure out a little bit more maybe about Boomhauer's kid, learn a little bit more. Otherwise, we really don't need to look into depth too many things. I imagine we're gonna get a GH episode, Good Hank, sorry. And yeah, really can't think of anything else that besides I'm really enjoying this. Really, I keep saying that, but I love this show and it's so much fun to have it back, and I can't wait to see where they're going, what they're doing. And I really almost kind of hope Bobby has an episode where he goes to Japan and meets that girl again. I don't know why. I just really like them as a couple because I want to see them dance too. All right. I'm Mikey of the 732 Review Crew. Thank you for joining me for this episode of King of the Hill. If you did enjoy this, check out Patreon for full links to this, as well as a tier we have that allows you to vote on movies and TV shows that we can watch. Support goes a long way. If you're new to this channel, say hi in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you soon. Bye.